Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today, we will be presenting our analysis titles on navigating post-pandemic organizational change and analysis of Marriott Internationals. And this presentation is presented for Dr. Nufarahan Omar.
My name is Nurul Shamsadayana and I will be presenting the background of the organization. Marriott International is one of the largest hospitality companies in the world, operating approximately 9,600 properties across 143 countries. Marriott stand out and capture public attention because of they delivering a high-quality services supported by technological innovation, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic, such as contactless check-in services and virtual assistant. Second, Marriott established the Marriott Bonvoy program, where members are categorized based on the number of night stay and are rewarded with exclusive benefits. And the last one, promoting eco-friendly hotel practices. These include water conservation, eliminating single-use plastic items, and installing electric vehicle charging stations at many properties. Marriott was selected for this assignment because its resilience and ability to implement effective recovery strategies that make the company a compelling case study on how organizations can regain stability and competitiveness in the post-pandemic environment.
Hi, I'm Alijula, 20247387005. I will be presenting the first issue faced by Marriott International after the COVID-19 pandemic. The first issue is the frontline staff shortage. Marriott struggled to recruit and retain employees in key operational roles such as housekeeping, front desk, and food and beverage service. Many new hires left shortly after joining, resulting in high turnover. This forced existing staff to take on heavier workloads, which increased stress and fatigue. As a result, operational challenges emerged and service delivery to guests was affected, highlighting the need for improved workforce planning. This problem was also seen across the hotel industry. According to the American Hotel and Lodging Association, 65% of hotels reported staffing shortage and employment levels remain about 10% below pre-COVID levels. In addition, 71% of positions were unfilled, showing that labor shortage was not only a Marriott issue but an industry-wide post-pandemic challenge. For impact, the labor shortage affected both hotel operation and guest satisfaction. Slow operation and limited service were common, while employees faced increased stress and burnout due to heavier workloads. Over time, these challenges made it harder to maintain consistent service quality, ultimately reducing guest satisfaction and affecting the overall hotel experience.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ali binti Ahmad and I will be presenting on the second issue, which is business travel pattern change and revenue recovery is uneven. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, business travel, especially midweek stays from Monday to Wednesday, which was a major source of stable revenue for Marriott hotels. However, after the pandemic, many companies shifted to remote and hybrid work arrangements. As a result, traditional business travel did not fully return to pre-COVID levels. Although Marriott's overall occupancy has recovered and is even higher than in 2019, midweek business travel remains weaker and unpredictable. According to an article by Investopedia, Marriott's management highlighted that changes in travel behavior continue to affect weekday corporate travel demand. This uneven recovery created challenges for Marriott in terms of revenue forecasting, pricing strategies, and resource allocation across its global hotel operations. Because of this shift, Marriott had to rethink how it targets corporate versus leisure guests and redesign its forecasting systems and performance dashboards to reflect the new travel demand patterns.
To address this issue, Marriott implemented a workforce flexibility and retention strategy. Firstly, the company introduced flexible scheduling, which allowed employees to better manage their work hours and personal commitments, improving work satisfaction. Secondly, Marriott utilized its iJobs internal talent marketplace, enabling employees to move between different roles and hotel properties. This improved workforce flexibility allowed staffing gaps to be filled more efficiently and increased employee engagement. This initiative successfully reduced turnover and strengthened staffing stability, helping Marriott stabilize operation and maintain service quality during the post-pandemic recovery. That's all from me. Thank you.
To overcome the decline in traditional business travel, Marriott adapted its strategy by rebalancing its revenue focus. One key approach was targeting blended or leisure travel, which combines business and leisure trips. Marriott promoted travel packages that appeal to guests who extend work trips for leisure purposes. In addition, Marriott shifted attention towards smaller corporate meetings and local events, which returned faster than large-scale business travel. According to Alatify, this allowed Marriott to capture alternative revenue streams while midweek corporate travel remains low. Management teams acted as change agents by adjusting strategic priorities, sales incentive, and forecasting models to align with post-pandemic travel trends. Overall, these organizational and strategic changes help Marriott reduce dependence on corporate travel and build a more flexible and resilient business model.
For these sessions, I will explain the effectiveness of action taken by Marriott International in dealing with the staffing shortage after the pandemic, especially among the frontline employees. After COVID-19, Marriott introduced several initiatives such as flexible work arrangement, active recruitment, and employee development program. Overall, these actions were moderately effective. Some vacant positions were filled and hotel operation became more stable. However, staffing shortage remained a major issue. Industry data show that 65% of hotels continue to face labor shortage, and Marriott also experienced high employee turnover, with many hired leaving shortly after joining. This situation increased the workload on existing staff, leading to stress, burnout, and challenges in maintaining service quality. When we look at the change process, it can be described as partially successful. Why? Because on the positive side, Marriott responded quickly by recognizing the problem early and taking actions, which reflects strong leadership. However, labor shortage will still reported as the most significant post-pandemic challenge, showing that short-term hiring solutions alone were not enough to ensure long-term workforce stability. We partially agree with the intervention used. While recruitment and flexible work options were necessary at the beginning, the organization focused more on filling vacancies rather than improving employee retention and overall work experience. From the OD perspective, sustainable change require more attention to employee motivation, career growth, and well-being. Therefore, we recommend 3 improvements, which is the first one: Marriott should develop internal change champions among the frontline supervisors to support employees and reduce resistance to change. Second improvement is job redesign should be implemented to balance workloads and reduce burnout. The final recommendation is clear career development pathways should be introduced to encourage employees to stay and grow within the organizations.
Now, let's talk about the effectiveness of action for issue 1. Marriott's action to handle the slow recovery of business travel were quite effective. After COVID-19, many companies reduced business travel, especially during Monday to Wednesday. To solve this, Marriott changed its focus from only business travelers to leisure and blended travelers. By promoting leisure travel, longer stay, and small meetings, Marriott managed to keep hotel occupancy higher than before COVID-19. This shows that their strategy helped reduce the impact of lower business travel. However, midweek business travel has still not fully recovered, so the results are not equal across all days. Overall, Marriott's action helped the company stay competitive and reduce revenue loss, even though the business travel recovery is still uneven. Now, let's Marriott use a top-down change approach where top management led the changes. Leaders changed a sales target, marketing strategies, and forecasting system to match new travel patterns. Employees who were used to focusing on corporate clients had to adjust to new market like leisure and leisure travelers. This change was not easy and may have caused some resistance, but it was necessary for the company to survive. The change process was well managed, but it is still ongoing because travel patterns continue to change. Well, to improve further, Marriott should first improve forecasting system, like use better data or technology to predict business and leisure travel demand more accurately. Second, train employees regularly, help sales and marketing teams understand new travel trends and customer needs. And third, update performance targets like KPIs. Focus less on traditional business travel and more on revenue and guest experience. These steps will help Marriott adapt better to changes and prepare for future challenges. Based on what Marriott has done, it can be concluded that their actions were quite effective in handling the slow recovery of business travel. However, Marriott should not stop there. There are still many opportunities to further increase revenue, such as improving forecasting system, expanding blended travel offering, and strengthening employee skills to meet changing travel demand.
The case study of Marriott International demonstrates an important lesson on how organizations can successfully navigate major disruptions by remaining resilient, flexible, and forward-thinking during periods of change. The first key lesson learned is the significance of workforce adaptability and sustainable talent management. In future organizational change processes, companies must prioritize employee needs. Marriott successfully revitalized its workforce management by balancing cost reduction measures with employee well-being. The second lesson highlights the importance of strategic adjustments to the business model. Marriott rapidly adapted its operations by diversifying revenue streams and avoiding overdependence on a single market. Overall, Marriott International shows that the organizational change requires effective strategic planning and agile business strategies to manage risks that emerge during transition. These lessons can be applied to future change processes to improve organizational capabilities in managing labor, market uncertainty, and achieving sustainable recovery during major disruptions.